Well, the hunt for the playoffs is on for Forge FC. They've crossed the halfway point of the season and are currently getting set to host Atlético Ottawa in a huge clash Saturday night at Tim Hortons Field. And I'm very pleased to be joined by one of my favorite athletes and just favorite people, Forge FC captain Kyle Bekker. What's up, man?
Good to see you, buddy.
We've done this a couple times.
Yeah.
First time on TV, though. We're doing this little interview.
I got the invite to the couch.
Yeah,
it's a big time.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know we don't want to spend too much time on Sunday's game, but it ended a bit of an unbeaten streak for you. What happened Sunday?
Fumbled the bag, as the kids these days are saying. No, it was a little bit of a disappointment, to be honest. I think there's large portions of the game that we controlled. Feel a little unfortunate not to get the result, but I think they did enough to come away with 3 points on the day, and we got to pick ourselves up for a big one this weekend. Yeah,
absolutely. First place, Atlético Ottawa coming to town. Of course, you guys 4 points back. You do have a game in hand, though. When you have a game like this coming up, I know your coaching staff's got you prepared, but it being in front of a home crowd, what does that do for the boys on the team?
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those games where you actually get that playoff-like atmosphere at Tim Hortons Field, which is huge. We know there's a lot at stake in this game, and we're going to treat it as a playoff game.
You're an Oakville guy,
yeah.
But you've really embraced Hamilton. I'm going to go back to a chat that you and I had after the Island games, like literally right after the Island games, way back. Yeah. We got out of our curfew at the hotel, but we were talking about just embracing Hamilton as a city, and you really have, like, Hamilton's become a part of who you are, has it not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, since day one, the fans have sort of taken me in, and they've supported me and the support of this club since jump, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Obviously, being an Oakville kid, as you said, being able to play games in front of your friends and family week in and week out is something that I don't want to ever take for granted, and it's been special. It's, as you said, it's become a second home to me. I bring my kid around the stadium, and everyone kind of knows who he is, which is just surreal. Yeah. And yeah, I've cherished every moment.
I was just trying to picture 6 years ago Kyle Bekker with a kid. Yeah, it's let's talk about a big game coming up later this month, that being TFC. Obviously you guys got a few games before then. You're not really thinking ahead. We know your coaching staff's looking at the opponent, but that Canadian Championship semifinal second leg against TFC, what would it mean to win that game and advance to the finals?
It would be huge. I think the biggest thing ultimately is that competition has kind of evaded us to date. We've had unbelievable performances so far this year in it. Obviously the two we had against Montreal and the first leg against Toronto. You said it, we have a ton of games leading up to it, but we can use that as motivation going into it to try and be in some good form to go down to Toronto and get a massive result for the club.
How are the guys gelling right now? I mean,
it's been good. I mean, everyone's feeling light apart from this last weekend. The last few performances, I think we've been fantastic, and we're trending in that right direction, which is good. So, got to get back to the training ground this week, have a good week, and get after it.
All right, you have a podcast.
This is why you brought me on,
Access is also a podcast.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this clip here, actually.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Who's your producer / background person?
David Butko.
Oh, is that who it is?
Louie's better brother.
That's...
Yeah. Heard it here first.
Shout out David, not Louie. Sorry.
Louie's better brother. Any comment? Any comment? What do you mean?
You didn't give me the audio, so I couldn't even listen back. So we don't really know. But I'm assuming. You don't know what you said?
No, okay, sure. What do you think you said there?
By it. No,
you stand by it.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle Bekker, everybody. Thanks for coming this. Thanks. You stand by it, though.
Hey, David behind the cam. He's doing everything for the boys.
All right. Okay, you're sticking around for Feel Good Time?
Sure.
All right, stick right here. Feel Good Time. Let's do this. Forge FC taking on Atlético Ottawa. You're sitting right there.
Okay.
Forge FC taking on Atlético Ottawa. 7 o'clock. Man, those sunsets under the at Tim Hortons Field, nothing quite like it. Go check them out on Saturday.